Did you hear the latest drama going on between Alpine and Oscar Piastri? If not, let us tell you the whole story. But before that, don't forget to like this video and press the bell icon. Let's begin. Probably one of the most absurd turnovers in the sporting world today. Oscar Piastri recently denied Alpine's claim of having him sit as a driver in 2023, while the team principal, Otmar Szafnauer, accuses the Australian racer of being disloyal and ungrateful to the team after it supported his career. Closer inspection shows that there might be more to the story than what meets the eye. Judging from Szafnauer's claims, Alpine originally planned to have a scenario where Piastri would serve as a reserve driver for another year. This is fishy, especially since Piastri has shown notable success in his career, and thus could be a setback for him. Piastri, however, went ahead to search for a team that could see his value and appreciate him for it. After all, he had won the Formula Renault, Formula 2, and Formula 3 championships before now. As it would seem, he might have found that team. Coming as a surprise to Alpine, Piastri reportedly signed a deal with McLaren, though there have been no official announcements yet. Alpine's shock has shown, especially since Piastri is the second racer they have lost recently, the first being Fernando Alonso. While they see this as a lack of integrity on the part of the resigning racers, speculation shows that this might be a result of the possible issues the team has with the announcement of Fernando Alonso leaving Alpine and joining Aston Martin next year. Alpine was in dire need of a driver, so Alpine made a public announcement that their reserve driver, aka Oscar Piastri, will join Esteban Ocon as a driver for the year 2023. Well, until now, everything looks smooth and expected. Obviously, Alpine will give the would-be post to the next available driver. But the drama begins when Piastri tweeted, where he rejected Alpine's claim and refused to join them. Oh boy, what an embarrassment for Alpine. Since then, Alpine has been trying hard to clear its name. One source says that they are taking Piastri to court to claim all the investment that they had spent on his training and races. There's another twist to the story. Rumors are in the air that Piastri is joining McLaren to fill the seat of Daniel Ricciardo. Well, if it's so, there are chances Alpine may question legal status of Piastri's new contract. The announcement that the Australian Oscar Piastri will not be driving for Alpine next year is a major shock to F1. Formula 1, or F1, one of the biggest and highest classes of international racing platform, possibly could be unaware of the unusual twists and drama of the teams and their drivers. Nowadays, one of the latest talks of town is that the twist and turn between Alpine and McLaren involving the famous young motorsportsman, Oscar Piastri. The internet and the sports world is trying to figure out the situation when this bizarre incident happened on the 2nd of August 2022. Except the internet is busy making social memes and recording their stunted reaction to this news. But anyway, we're going to dig about what's actually happening between these three. Alpine and McLaren are the best and renowned racing teams of F1. Despite the unusual competition, a new clash has just entered the picture. Alpine announced Oscar Piastri would drive for them in 2023, only for the Australian to say he will not be racing for them just a few hours later. When Fernando Alonso suddenly announced he will join Aston Martin next year, it was widely expected that Piastri would replace him, which is exactly what Alpine confirmed in their press release on August 2, 2022. However, shortly after their announcement for next year, Oscar Piastri denied their claim of signing him as a next-seat reserve driver for Formula 1 2023 championship. You may be wondering why Piastri hasn't taken the seat, given how Alpine have been so loyal to him, and are the fourth best team in the F1 at the moment, only behind Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes. It doesn't make any sense, at least on paper. Different contradictions appear in the racing world now and then, but it has been a minute since a conflict of interest as regards to a contract has flared up. The French manufacturer Renault, which makes automobiles under the brand name Alpine for Formula 1 racing, has come under pressure to measure up to other Formula 1 racing competitors, such as Ferrari or Red Bull. Things have taken a most interesting turn as Alpine has potentially lost two of their best racers within a short time. One of these racers is Oscar Piastri, an Australian with an impressive record of wins in the 2019 Formula Renault Euro Cup, 2020 FIA Formula 3 Championship, and 2021 Formula Championship. The 21-year-old Australian has recently come under heavy criticism by Alpine's team principal, Otmar Szafnauer, after opposing a claim made by Alpine announcing Piastri as their new Formula 1 driver. Soon after the shocking exit of Alpine's top Formula 1 racer, Fernando Alonso, to the rival Aston Martin, the Alpine team decided to patch things up by announcing in a tweet that Oscar Piastri would replace the 41-year-old Spaniard for the 2023 racing season. Soon enough, Piastri responded in a tweet saying that he had no such agreement with Alpine to drive for them in the coming year. It has since come to the public notice that McLaren, another racing team, has signed a contract with Piastri. In recent interviews, Szafnauer has expressed his dissatisfaction with the Australian and termed his move disloyal. after being trained intensively with cost incurred for his training. There have also been speculations that Alpine may drag the matter with Piastri to a high court, given the unpleasant circumstances and a loss for the racing team. But the Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, or International Automobile Federation, has also begun looking into the matter. After Fernando Alonso announced his departure for Aston Martin next season, double world champion at Alpine, the team announced that Piastri will join the French driver Esteban Ocon in the season of 2023, being until now only a reserve driver, after 4 years with Renault and Alpine. Only Piastri denies this announcement a few hours later. He said on social networks that he has not signed a contract with the French team and says he cannot drive for them the next season. Also, it could be that Piastri has made an agreement with McLaren and that he would take the place of the Australian Daniel Ricciardo. In less than 24 hours, Alpine has lost 2 drivers, and Otmar Szafnauer, current director of Alpine F1 team, spoke out about it. For him, the Australian had no reason to leave the team and considers his defection as a lack of respect. The analysis of some of the comments made by director Szafnauer suggests that he is upset by the behavior of the young Australian, Piastri. Szafnauer also expressed surprise at the defection of the Spaniard, Alonso, and said that the team was trying to get him back. Alpine's intentions for the Australian, Piastri, were to keep him as a reserve driver for another year and keep Alonso and Ocon in the race. Wanting to drive in Formula 1 at all costs, Piastri started looking for a team that wanted him, a driver who had won the Formula 2, Formula 3, and Formula Renault championships over the past 3 years, which he eventually found, apparently. Of course, Oscar and Alonso are not the only ones to have left the team, and only add to the list of those who have left the team. Then, after 1.5 hours of the positive tweet, Oscar Piastri took to his Twitter handle to poke fun at Alpine in his 250 words, saying, "This is wrong, and I have not signed a contract with Alpine for 2023. I will not be driving for Alpine next year," meaning they would also lose the reserve driver they were hoping for. This shows how much he doesn't want to drive for them. Speculation has it that Piastri has signed a contract with McLaren to take fellow Australian Daniel Ricciardo's seat, but no announcement has yet been made to the public. And with the next season just around the corner, fans are wondering what might happen next. The CRB has stated that the contract of Piastri with McLaren is valid. However, Alpine has invested a lot in developing their former reserve driver, Piastri. Otmar Szafnauer is ready to seek legal action if they fail to reach a peaceful resolution to the controversies. This season's Formula 1 championship has been full of drama, and much of it has been centered around the Alpine team and driver Oscar Piastri. Currently, Alpine's principal, Otmar Szafnauer, is very disappointed in Piastri. Talking to Spanish publications, El Confidencial, "I expected more loyalty from Oscar than he is showing. I started in 1989 in Formula 1, and I've never seen anything like this. And it's not about Formula 1, it's about integrity as a human being. For me, the way I grew up, I don't need to sign a piece of paper and then have someone say, 'You're lying because you signed this.'" Well, it looks like Alpine has taken Piastri's rejection to heart and trying every way to clear their name. To know how the drama will unfold, how Alpine may further proceed, and what are the expected outcomes of the court hearing, wait for our next video, where we will highlight every aspect of this drama. Till then, goodbye, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for the latest updates. See you in the next video.